Amy Pascal of Sony, one of the producers of the Spider-Man movies, just released some interesting news that we're going to be getting a live-action Miles Morales. People are already coming up with casting. Jaden Smith came into conversation, which no, all of these responses of people over 25. No, the answer is no.
That's not a valid reason. Toby was like 28?
Yeah.
Tom Holland now is the same age as Toby when he first played Spider-Man.
Oh, shit.
So if you look at Tom Holland and still think he can't play that same Spider-Man that you saw in the movie last year, then feel me?
Okay, there are versions where Peter and Miles still exist together.
And get Andrew to be that main Sony Spider-Man, have Miles go to his universe.
Oh, bro, chill. You cooking something up with that one. Miles Morales is a hot topic because Across the Spiderverse dropped and it is doing numbers. It is the second highest grossing film of the year so far. So far, it's made $120 million domestically and $208 million worldwide. So people are loving this movie. And so Sony is seeing all this love. Amy Pascal, who is one of the producers of the Spider-Man movies, just released some interesting news. Amy Pascal of Sony just announced that we're going to be getting a live-action Miles Morales. And I have a theory. Well, actually, I saw the theory online, but I can't find the guy, so I can't really credit him. But I heard a theory. It's not my theory. The theory is that by the end of the Spider-Verse movies, we're going to meet our brand new Spider-Man, our live-action counterpart for Miles Morales.
I'm gonna say no, because it really wouldn't make any sense unless something happens at the end of Beyond the Spider-Verse that causes a universal merger or something, you feel me? It just wouldn't work. We already saw that live action and animation coexist in this room. With the Spot going to Venom universe and with, that was actually MCU Aaron Davis. That wasn't just any Aaron Davis, that was MCU Aaron Davis. We seen that with him being trapped in the literal cartoon world. I don't understand how that didn't mess him up in the mind, first of all.
Yeah, right? Seeing all those cartoons, right?
Those two coexist. You don't go to the real world and become a live action character, you feel me? So I don't really see, unless they're talking about rebooting Miles and he's being a whole different character.
I don't think they're talking about rebooting him. I'm thinking that it's just Miles. Like
the Miles we know.
Yeah.
The Miles we know. It wouldn't work because we already saw that the two coexist.
People are already coming up with casting. I remember early when they said live action Miles Morales, Jaden Smith came into conversation, which no.
Why?
Just no to Jaden Smith.
Just because you don't like Jaden Smith. That's
no. Just no to Jaden Smith. I just don't think he's done enough where it's like.
I'm just saying, but you can't hate Jaden Smith, and if you do, you probably just hate him because
he's attached to Will Smith.
I guess.
People are excited about this news. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know why.
Because people like Miles now.
Yeah, I like Miles too. I love Miles. You know that.
Yeah. No, you've always been a Miles fan. It took me time to grow into Miles. You're the one that introduced me to Miles Morales. I remember the first time I was introduced to him, you were in the middle. I think it was Civil War. You were reading Civil War.
I don't remember what I was reading, but I can tell you what class I was in.
I remember it was lunchtime. He was like, bro, you got to get on this. This is a brand new Spider-Man. It's Miles Morales. Andy Snuffton said, how would this work when he hasn't even been in the MCU at all yet and Peter still's around? Surely he'd need to be introduced in a fourth mainline MCU Spider-Man movie before having his own film. Okay, there are versions where Peter and Miles still exist together. I'm thinking he's saying that if they adapt the very similar to what you're saying, if they adapt the Spider-Verse stuff one for one and then just make it live action, you don't have a Peter anymore. And so ultimately this just becomes a different Spider-Man.
He could coexist with Tom Holland. That brings me back to what I was saying, how I need Spider-Man 4 to be a little in the future. I need an adult Peter Parker.
Yeah. You need somebody that's like in college or past college, going through it, so that now when Miles comes in. But here's what the problem with that would be. Then emphasis is now taken away from Peter Parker and it would be placed on Miles. You're not about to have two Spider-Men. Like, one of the Spider-Men have to take front center.
So you know what would also be cool? If they do stop being dickheads and get Andrew to be that main Sony Spider-Man, have Miles go to his universe.
They could do that. They
We have Andrew, we know his story, an adult Spider-Man.
Yeah. Someone that's already been through the trauma, the grief, and yo, you cooking something up with that one. Nah, you cook something up with that, because we low-key already told his story. Oh, bro, chill. So he could still be Spider-Man 3. You could do the spray paint on the whatchamacallit. Andrew Garfield would be the, that would be hard.
That'd be something. Forget the MCU, you feel me?
That would be tough.
Have Sony do their own thing.
Yo, I don't think Shameik Moore, a lot of people are saying Shameik Moore should be the one to play Miles Morales. I don't think Shameik Moore, if Shameik Moore plays his father, I think that would be dope.
That'd be
That's
better,
hard.
Like,
or Uncle Aaron.
I was gonna say Uncle Aaron, that'd be dope.
A lot of people, there was like memes of Tyrese as Miles Morales. I think Tyrese could play Uncle Aaron or the father also. Like, there's ways to make this work, right? Shameik Moore could be a part of it, but he don't gotta be
Miles. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't do that.
You need to have somebody that's much younger. I like the idea of this kid, but
I like Shameik Moore, feel me?
He's a good actor.
Hell yeah.
He's just, hey, but the problem with him being the father is that he's very soft-spoken. So I don't know if he could get that. Hey. I don't know if he could get that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he could tap into that.
It's hard. It'd be hard for him to do that as Prowler also.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be the cool uncle. But the Prowler,
I don't know.
Michael Jai White is Miles.
Bruh. Yo, Marvel, DC, nobody's ever used him. He could play the older figure. It could be anybody playing the older figures, but that would be hard if he was Prowler or some shit. Cause now he really gets to fight. You know what I'm saying? And he got that he could be the that he has that
I fight kids mentality.
I don't know about fight kids mentality, but like, you feel me? If he said, hey, I'm listening, you know what I'm saying? Nah, somebody else brought up Childish Gambino, which I think is awful.
He's 40! What are you talking about?
People used to bring up Childish Gambino, which I think is a god-awful choice.
And he was still too old, bruh. He's always been too old.
I think that becomes the problem, though, because Miles is so young. You would have to get a young actor, like a really young actor.
But I mean, if they doing live action, obviously he's gonna be slightly older.
A lot of people are saying Marcus Scribner. Scribner. I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's not the guy from Stranger Things.
Nah.
Okay.
That's Caleb something. People are saying they should cast Millie Alcock as Gwen. She was in the House of the Dragon, and she does look pretty close to Gwen. And in this photo right here, someone keeps saying the dude from Stranger Things. Everybody keeps saying the dude from Stranger Things.
I just said no to him. Like,
yeah. Literally back-to-back people have said him.
It's because they don't know any black actors, so they pick up the ones they do know.
SSL official says, all of these responses of people over 25. No, the answer is no.
That's not a valid reason, because Toby was like 28?
Yeah.
Tom Holland now is the same age as Toby when he first played Spider-Man.
Oh, shit.
So if you look at Tom Holland and still think he can't play that same Spider-Man that you saw in the movie last year, then feel me?
So a lot of these responses are coming from the casting point of view. Like, how would this work? Who are we gonna cast? And I say at that point, Tom Holland wasn't on our radar. So, and you feel me? The point I'm trying to make is, if they're gonna find somebody, they'll find somebody. Like, it'll be somebody and we'll be happy with them. The person has to grow into the role anyway. My reaction to it, I pretty much think that, slow down. I don't think that they should make a live-action Miles Morales until they're done with whatever they want to do with Peter Parker. I do think that they should be focusing on Peter's story, finishing that up, wrapping that up. And then once you're done with that, like, you could give us, what is it? Maybe 3 more Spider-Man movies?
You know where they fucked up at? They already got it going low-key.
With what?
With the whole
Miles Morales thing?
Yeah, in the MCU, because Childish Gambino played Uncle Aaron in the what was that, Homecoming?
Oh shit, you right. I see where you're going.
He mentioned his nephew already.
Yeah.
And now since bro is already the Prowler,
so that means in the MCU,
Miles is inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I saw news that in one of the Marvel projects, it's either Secret Invasion. This is a rumor. In either Secret Invasion or the upcoming Captain America movie, Brave New World, Miles Morales was going to have a cameo. I heard someone say that Sony is starting to force Disney's hand. And then you saying that makes a lot more sense, because I would imagine Disney doesn't want to do anything with Miles Morales yet. But in them introducing Uncle Aaron, Prowler, and saying he has a nephew, that's starting to introduce something. You get what I'm saying? So listen, what do you guys think about a live action Miles Morales, him either joining the MCU or Sony doing their own setup universe? Do you think that sounds right? We also did a Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse review. Click over here if you want to see that. And a lot of people are upset about the upcoming Spider-Man video game. They're saying the graphics are trash and stuff like that. I think you'd be interested to check out this video that's actually doing numbers right now.
Word.
We might say so ourselves. Thanks for all the new people coming in, and we'll see you in the next encounter.
Peace.